Hi guys, today is a quick one on my favorite solo from Bobby Fuller's 4 I Fought the Low. So, this is how it sounds. And that's all there is to it. Now I'm going to show you what's cool about this solo, that it's strictly chordal, it doesn't use any scales. If you don't like them, you don't have to know them to play this one. Okay, let's go on the split screen, and here's what's going on with the tune. The tune is in the key of G, but it starts on 4th chord on C. And I'm gonna use triads on first 3 strings and their inversions. I did a live stream on it some time ago, so it's there, but I guess we're just gonna have a little recap and see how these chords invert. So, first chord is C major triad, C, E, and G, and these are positions. 5th fret on 3rd string, 5th fret on 2nd string, 3rd on 1st string, and this is the rhythm. And this rhythm repeats a couple of times in different places, so once we put it all together it's going to be a bit clearer, but it's... Then we're gonna play the same rhythm, but on a first inversion of C chord. So it's gonna be in here on 8th fret. I play a little bar across first 2 strings, and then my middle finger on 9th fret of 3rd string. Okay, now the best way to learn it is just to connect these 2 positions slowly together. So C, C, and back, C, and C, and once you feel comfortable, we can move on to another inversion of C major here at the 12th fret. So it's 12th fret on 3rd string, 13th on 2nd string, and 12th again on the 1st string. And we want, of course, all the strings to ring. And again, we're gonna go back and forth between those 2 inversions just to practice shifting from one fingering to the other. And now let's put the whole phrase together. So this is like the first segment, first phrase of the solo. So I'm going from first chord here on 5th position, first inversion, 2nd inversion, and back to the previous chord. Okay, then the chord changes to G, and this is the same fingering that we had, same shape that we had here on the 12th fret, but this time it's a major triad in G on 7th fret. So it's 7th on 3rd string, 8 on 2nd string, and 7th on 1st string. And what's going on in here, we're gonna shift between G and C chord. So it's G, C, G. Okay, let's take it from the top. C. And here's where the fun part starts. G, C, G, F triad, which is actually in this case it's G sus chord, so it's F over G. That's the general idea, but it's just a passing chord, so it's not really like an F chord. It's not in the harmony. It's just the top structure of a G chord that's there. So the way I play it: G, C, G, F triad, G, C, G, and same fingering on the fifth fret, and then we're taking the whole thing from the top again. So it's gonna sound like this: C, and we're almost there. We almost have the whole thing. It ends with G, C, G, then it's G, C, D, G, D, G, but in different inversions. So from the second part, G, C, G, G in third position, so it's bar across first two strings, and fourth string on fourth fret on third string. Then it's D major triad, seventh, and fifth fret, starting on third string. Then G in third position, as we played before, D major triad, second, third, second, and back to G in third position. So it's a little bit tricky because there's plenty of movement going on in here. D, G, D, G. That's something worth taking a bit of a time to get it right. Especially that it has this cool syncopated and powerful rhythm. Okay, let's have a look at the whole thing one more time. Starting with C here, third position. Okay, the D chord, it could be played as this one here with open D string, or my favorite one that I just actually fluffed a little bit. I really like this voicing with a little bar across first three strings, but then I put my middle finger on third fret, second fret on third string, and fourth. And then I go to a 4-note G chord. So it sounds a little bit better, a little bit bolder and thicker. So it's G, D, G, D, and the G. But again, there's nothing wrong with playing just three strings. Okay, about the picking hand, that's, I'm gonna switch the camera a little bit. What I like doing, because this is about brutal force, there is not too much of a gentle play in here. Suddenly, when I want to switch from a very, very precise and go to the solo and I want to strum first three strings, there's one way that I like to do it, to just shift my hand and keep my fingers on the top of the guitar and just pivot on my fingers. And I use like a joint movement of my thumb and index finger and a bit of a forearm. It's just maybe an inch, maybe half. So it's about getting consistent strumming in downstrokes. The other way, I can close my palm completely and just strum with my wrist. The thing is that with this movement, it's a bit harder to control bottom strings that I don't want to play. If I hold onto my guitar, my starting point for my first 3 strings is kind of always there. I know that when my fingers are straight and my pick is in here, I'm always starting with my 3rd string, right? If I do it like this, I can sometimes play the strings that are not in the chord, which, again, in the context of the band and the whole song, it possibly wouldn't do much of a damage. I just like doing it this way. This works for me. It's a bit cleaner. Okay. I guess that's it for today. Have a look at the back catalog of the videos when I touch on chords and some other musical ideas, and hoping to see you soon with another video on my favorite rock and roll solos. Stay safe, take care, and here's a picture of a dog.